Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're playing Ixion. Let's get started. We have our work cut out for us here. We've just landed in a new sector. This is the final chapter of the game. We have to basically convert everybody on board into colonists, I'm thinking, and try to get them off the ship as quickly as possible before we run out of supplies. We'll see exactly how that pans out. We're going to have to do some science and other stuff first, probably. And we got to scramble for resources right now because I think we're just about out of hydrogen, which isn't great for us. I actually died in the previous time and had to reload from save, unfortunately. So we can't afford to lose trust, which means we can't afford to lose power. So that's one of the big things that generates trust loss. So we got to keep that in mind as we're going here. So we're in somewhat... Everybody's happy right now, but we're in sort of a precarious position overall. Sector 2 is the least happy. The hull integrity is also down to 25%, which isn't great. So we got to be very careful how we manage our hull construction here. We do have an extra EVA airlock that I don't have turned on right now because it's not strictly necessary, and we want to save alloy because we are a little bit low right now. We're gonna send... Did I leave a ship behind? I forgot to do this, darn it. I was gonna reload the game off stream. Let's do this real quick. Because I left the ship behind again, and it just bothers me because that thing stays in the UI forever, and there's no way to get rid of it, really. And there's no way to avoid it once the jump sequence is triggered, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just a needless frustration. Kind of tells you, like, you can't jump until all your ships have come back to the Tycoon, and then when you jump, once you've charged up the jump drive, it's like, you must jump now, and there's no avoiding it. It's kind of crazy. Hopefully, yeah, so we're ready to activate here. We're gonna bring back... Is this the one that's been missing since the beginning of the game? Maybe I'm losing my mind here. It says it's located on the Tycoon, currently standing by. Maybe it just doesn't have a docking port assigned? I was in the process of moving all the docking ports to another sector, I think. Doing a bunch of recycling related stuff here. This is an older save anyway, I'm gonna reload probably, so let me just pull one of these things off and make sure that the folk hall can be assigned and then it works normally. Okay, so that's just user error. So we'll go back to the save. Sorry about that, guys. So I have an extra science ship in the rotation that we're not using because it doesn't have an assigned docking bay, but it is in fact on board the Tycoon. Send that to this planet. And then we need to immediately start launching probes. We need to get hydrogen first of all. Active probe launcher. I could have sworn we did this already. Maybe I scattered around, but I didn't actually launch the probes yet. There's our probe launcher, there it is. We can afford to turn that on now, and we will. These overworked, that's good. doing everything on pause right now because I think that everything we're doing is kind of time sensitive a little bit. There we go. Okay. What else can we do here? We can't do more until more probes go out, probably. We know we have some objectives here we gotta meet. We have to make sure that we're producing colonists. That's paramount. Where is our colony training center? I think it was over here, yes. That also means we have to make sure we're producing electronics components. We're gonna bring this online. We don't have enough workers currently. There's nobody in stasis. Yeah, this is the problem that we had in the previous sectors. We just don't have enough workers to do everything. We haven't managed to solve that issue yet. This takes 9 workers. We have a couple extra workers in Sector 1. We can move a couple of them to Sector 2 to get this online. How many does this take? This takes 20. Let's move 20 workers from Sector 1 to Sector 2. We have a breakdown, that's okay. We were struggling with food last time. I think we finally got that sorted out. We have a bunch of mushroom walls that we're working on building. All the construction is paused, though, for the most part. I was about to massively ramp up our recycling to try to save resources, but we have to wait on that, I think.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay, so we're gonna wait, collect the science first, and then we're gonna do this event. I'm gonna go scramble to get hydrogen, and then scramble to get iron. The other thing we need for this is power. We have enough power, technically. I'd rather get... I'm gonna wait until we get some... Good. Okay, I'm gonna wait until we get some hydrogen on board. And make sure that we get, whatchamacallit. Okay, there's hydrogen. Let's send out the mining ships. None of these ships are assigned to a docking bay right now, so we gotta fix that. So we could have all the mining being done out of one docking bay. That's kind of what I'm thinking is the way to go here. Which is the science ship that we have out currently. That's the... Contact is the name of the ship. Gotta make sure that we don't deallocate the contact, but we can get rid of this guy. This is our dedicated hydrogen ship, yeah, so... let's have a dedicated hydrogen miner as well. We'll take the Francisca, let's say. That is our dedicated hydrogen miner, okay. I think we need another docking bay. I'm not sure where to put it though. We've got all 6 sectors open at this point. What was the sector, the new sector we were working on? I think it was Sector 5? No, that's the... We're working on rearranging this sector to make more space, and we're making this into the recycling sector. We've got to continue working on that. Okay, now that we have hydrogen available, I feel a little more comfortable bringing another one of the reactors back online, even though we haven't started bringing it on board yet. Oh shit. Only 1 extra hours though. How many workers? This takes 60 workers. I thought we had a technology to reduce that. We're probably going to want to reduce that. Then we have another... Sorry, I've been making you guys dizzy here. guess that's the only power plant we have available. Let's look at our research thing. Nuclear power plant. Had a mantra, requires permanent monitoring, electronics factory upgrade. Electronics factory. This will free up some workers. Not the most efficient thing we could do to free up workers, probably, I don't know. Ooh, some power optimization would be good. There's not much we can do right now except for wait for this probe to come online.
Cluster is under attack.
It's a raid! Hey, Tomic, how's it going? Thanks for the raid. How was your stream? Happy Monday. I think that means there's another probe available. Well, the batteries are... Stream was great. Happy Monday. Oh, thanks. Alright, let's see. Question is, do we want... We have silicon right now. We need iron, I think. Here we go. That's a good spot. I'm happy there's no like electrical storms in the system, which makes sense since it's the system where we're going to make our home. But you know, who knows how things are going to change. Trying to figure out our recycling storage here. Do we not have recycling storage in this sector? We do. We have a big one right here. Okay. One of these things should probably be making electronics components, I think. Although we are using a lot of alloy. Ever-changing space weather, yeah. It's noted for its unpredictability, for sure. Okay. So the question is, how do I now consolidate this DLS center? We don't need this little bit of road anymore. We want to get more of these online, ideally. We have workers in this sector. Yeah, so I'd like to get that there, but we need to wait for it to demolish this in the sector right now. We can. So 7 stability, so we can demolish this. And I think I will. This has got to get moved, though. For now, I think we're going to put it... Shoot. For now, I think we're going to put it over there.
A probe has completed its scan.
Science contact has retrieved all science from Palatine. We need to... Okay, we got our iron ready. We need an iron miner. I think the problem that we have now is there's no... We don't have any berths for the mining ships currently, so we need to figure out what berths we're going to free up for mining ships. So... Ideally, I'd like all the cargo ships to be in Sector 1, because Sector 1 gets economies from having cargo ships here. So much ice on board, wow. But I think we may have to... I mean, we have no cargo ships running right now, so maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe we just need to give up those berths. So here we've got this ship is not doing anything currently, so I'm gonna... Doesn't matter if this berth is a science ship or a mining ship. We need this to be hydrogen, because I want to use that storage there. We'll have to deallocate one of these guys, I think. Let's go with the Vita Kalai, just arbitrarily picking one. This Zweihander is going to be in charge of iron. Try to get one mining ship in each of these things. Correct. The Peepido. Let's use our higher level mining ships. Are they all level 1? Oh, we had a higher level 1. Maybe not. Because our highest level ones are already deployed. Some of them got destroyed. Anyway, we're sending out the Peepido. Peepido is going to be primarily charged with mining ice, but also iron and hydrogen. We really don't need carbon ever, probably again. And then over here, let's assign the Thor. The Thor is going to be in charge of silicon mining, but also hydrogen and iron. I think that's good for right now. So those guys will all start working. They'll work on whatever resources are available. Alright, let's check out this event. Palatine scan data summary. Despite the interference from the intense cloud cover of Palatine, our probe was still able to detect unusually high levels of mercury on its surface. The planet's environment is toxic, but should not pose a problem for our teams. Transmission from the Contacts team. Contacts the name of the science ship. We've landed on Palatine near the highest registered concentrations of mercury. A huge river of the element, mercury, flows over a cliff, a waterfall in silver ending in an ocean several kilometers away. Sounds beautiful, but maybe not a place that we want to colonize. You want to trace the mercury back to its source, or do we want to do meteorological analysis infrastructure? I don't want to spend 100 alloy right now, so we're going to work on the river first. Technology manage, supervise, repeat has been unlocked. That sounds so dystopian. I think that was the electronics that had that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with permanent monitoring next, because that's a prerequisite for the okay, so actually we freed up some workers. We freed up workers or freed up power? I don't know. Anyway, let's see if we can get this power plant online. We don't have the workers in the sector currently. It would have been Sector 2 that freed up workers because of that electronics research, right? So we have 43 workers available in Sector. Biggest thing we have here is 30 workers, so we could give up 10 workers here. So we're going to move 10 workers from Sector 2 to Sector... I'm forgetting what sector that power plant is in. Sector 2 to Sector 4. Which is not quite enough to start up the power plant, unfortunately. We could turn this off, so we have no people pods currently. That'll save us some personnel. What is this now? I think I was rearranging this sector, maybe? We have this extra stockpile that's operating, but it has nothing in it. I think I was going to make that a hydrogen. No, we already have hydrogen here. So this has got to be recycling, probably. Could also be food or alloy. Let's do recycling for now. I think it makes sense since it's right next to the nuclear plants.
Accident has occurred in the
Hold on,
tycoon.
let me demolish this. Let's figure out what's going on with the accident in Sector 2, no big deal. We could still afford to send 10 workers away, so that's okay. Sending 10 workers from Sector 2 to Sector 4. A ton of extra workers in Sector 3, actually. Which is weird, because we have all the farms online right now. So we're gonna send, like... How many workers is this? 5 plus 5 per field. So if one of these goes down, it's gonna injure a lot of workers, I think. So what is this? 25. 20 is 45. So this is like 50 workers. Each one of these things represents 50 workers. So we want to have like 50 workers surplus, which still means we can move like 15 of them to Sector 4. So Sector 3 to Sector 4. 15 workers. Then we'll be able to get the nuclear plant online, I think. Okay, we're bringing hydrogen on board already. That's good. Probe's ready. I think we're gonna need silicon fairly soon, but I think ice probably takes precedence. Could also get more science objectives and start doing some of the research. I think that's a good idea. What's the nearest? I think we have one that's like right near here. Maybe not. Start on the science objectives, because that's going to be affect our overall timeline and like use of resources. So once we get the transfer complete notice, so we should be able to turn on this reactor.
Population transfer complete.
Okay. So we have 60 extra workers, that's good. Oh, no, I made a mistake. This could be turned off. That frees up 15 workers. Oh, somebody died in an accident, that sucks. Take that apart. We've got another one up here if we need it. Now we should have enough workers for this, hopefully. Yes. We want to work on technology to eliminate the safety margin as soon as possible. I mean, to reduce the number of workers required so that the safety margin is bigger. And let's continue working on sectors 4 and 5. We got to continue building. So this is online now. So I'm going to delete this guy. How many workers do we have available? We got like 50. That's more than enough for one of these waste treatment centers. That's good. Waste treatment center, here we go. I'll wait for this to get done first because it's in the way. Let's also link up this road here.
A science ship team has completed a task.
There we go. Okay. Now, we'll check on the science team in a minute. Enough space? Or do we need another spot there? Beautiful. Okay. Turn that off just in case I forget and like activate something else. Let's take a look at the science team and let's send out a probe first. So we need silicon. Silicon, good. That's of it. Okay, let's see what the science team... Oh no. The team of the Contact discovered the source, a huge lake of mercury from which the liquid metal flows. During survey efforts, Bernard Lambert fell into the lake. Seems to have ingested large quantities of mercury. Oh god. They were saved by the team, but mission reports detail how Bernard Lambert experienced multiple hallucinatory visions from the exposure. Bernard Lambert describes witnessing UN attacks on Dolos infrastructure, wars and famine sweeping across the earth, massive crowds being crushed together, fleeing from deadly mobs. Dolos security protocols recommend Bernard Lambert be transferred to an infirmary immediately. Okay, so obviously we're going to transfer him to an infirmary. We get 115 science. Bernard Lambert, apparently... Metallic melange is what this is called. Apparently, drowning in a lake of liquid mercury causes you to see visions of alternate dimensions or something? I don't know. I'm gonna do what the protocol recommends and repatriate him. We'll send another science ship. So I think we can actually deallocate the Contact, maybe? Yes. So let's send another science ship, which is going to be the Abyss, to collect the science that the first team unearthed. We also want to start investigating Plutarch pretty soon. Where's our colony training center? So with 6 sectors, I'm losing track of what stuff is where anymore. Starting the training? Clicking on this. There it goes, okay. Check how many colonists we have. There's a couple in Sector 1 as well. Sector 6 has only 15 colonists, Sector 1 has 155 colonists, so we've got quite a few. Good enough to do some test colonization of nearby planets.
A probe has completed its scan.
Retrieving resources. I want to make sure all my docking bays are doing something productive. MIMS burner is standing by. Okay, we're not actually sending out any cargo ships apparently, except for hydrogen. So let's fix that. Drakkar and Kipsis, we're going to send iron. Ice. Let's have the Troy do silicon. All these guys do this as well. I have them all do hydrogen as tertiary, so we can bring all the hydrogen on board quickly. Silicon is tertiary because we're going to need lots of silicon. And then who's going to be our main ice hauler? Pure and clean duties go to the MIM Sprinter. And that's probably it for right now. Did everybody get a job? Then Brock. We can also have tertiaries doing iron, that's fine. Actually, you know what? I don't want anybody other than that one ship getting hydrogen, probably. We'll allow one other ship to do it. Really, the Pushpaka Vimana is our hydrogen ship. We actually don't want him getting other stuff, because he's the one that's in Sector 5. Those move other cargo ships to Sector 5 if need be. I thought we had returned to the Tycoon. We need a docking bay. I think he needs a docking bay allocated so he can fix his let's see, who's not essential right now? The Nabrak is in Sector 1. I'm going to assign this to the contact so that the contact can get a new crew member. Okay, contact got a new crew member. I'm going to send it out to get science from Plutarch. Probes available. Ice we have is our next priority, I think. Technology tree. We need to be researching the worker thing. Add a mantra. That's going to be huge when we get that technology. We're going to have so many workers free. Oh, we have so much excess energy right now. What am I even doing? Do I need all this? This is generating 75 energy, which is... that's almost 100 over, so... should we be able to shut that off for now? Yeah. We've still got like 20 energy left. 31 energy actually left. I think we're gonna bring this back online probably. Yeah, that still leaves us enough energy to do that. And let's make some silicon here. Or some electronics components rather. Beautiful, beautiful. There's a lot of recycling stored here. This is already 2/3 full. I'm a little bit concerned about that. We haven't even got the technology yet, I think, that produces waste from our houses, as far as I remember. Maybe we did. Have to check on that.
A probe has completed its scan.
How's our alloy production? 64 per cycle. We're using 36 per cycle. I think we could probably shut off one of our steel mills here. To freeze up some workers. Could make more plastic if we needed to. Might as well. It's not like we're going to use the carbon for anything else. Okay, we're going to be looking for another science target with the next probe here.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay, pick up the initial science from Plutarch, and then we'll check out this event. The Palatine, or the contact is almost done here at Palatine. So let's look for another science target. That'll do. look at our resource levels that we have available.
Accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Hold on. Sector 3. Make sure we have no overtime going on here. We are going to have problems with our water supply here, though. We're actually, according to this, we're actually in the red on our food supply still. We have to figure out how to deal with that. We might bring some of these mushroom farms online. How many workers do we have here? We got plenty. It occurs to me that this place might not, if we're producing food, might also need multiple food storage things. Out of Montrose, but unlocked. That's huge. Okay. That doesn't mean workers free in the sectors I hoped. This one has lots of workers free now, though, which is good. Gotta figure out what to do with this sector. We got a lot of extra space here. Could be making more food. This is weird. So it's saying we're producing 87.8 per cycle. We're consuming 122 per cycle, but it also says that we're producing 121% of our meal requirements. I don't know what's going on there. What can we do with our science technology here? I think we have one more plot technology that we'll have to research still. I think those usually cost 0. Colonization. Let's get the each training session can now accommodate 50 non-workers. Might need to look for more fuel efficiencies as well to buy us time. Incoming transmission. Start the training. Something glitchy with this colony training center, like it doesn't. There we go.
Greetings, people of the BBS Tycoon. I am Agora of the 3rd generation.
Oh, we got aliens. Whoa.
We,
Okay.
Ixion guides, know that you have been searching for Remus for a long time. However, we have established a delicately balanced ecosystem here on this planet that cannot suffer your presence.
Oh no,
We
those are
regard
fighting words.
Remus as our first and closest ally, as the one who made the Neocon Parsheville teachings visible. Pioneers of genetic conatus, you have suffered repression, persecution, and extermination. In memory of the doors you opened for us, of our common past, it is our turn to open the door for you. There is a way for you and your crew to join us. You may be a part of our community. Shape it. We will no longer be we. You will no longer be you. We will become us. For this to happen, you will need to be genetically optimized for life on Remus.
Oh boy.
We will incorporate your genetic heritage into our society. You will follow the elder process my predecessor applied to us. You will be adapted to the planet's gravity, to photosynthesize. You will live in symbiosis with Remus. Let me be clear. Humanity's mistake has been its attempts to transform ecosystems to deny its place in them. We do not terraform, we change. We are not intruders. We are a crystalline part of the ecosystem. You will live longer and work according to your abilities and passions. Our elites guide us with pragmatism, intellect, empathy, and with sensibility. We have no other interest than to follow genetic conatus. Let us show you the new cradle of humanity. Trust in genetic conatus. We followed a self-similar pattern.
I guess we know what genetic canatus means now. Okay, I don't know what we're going to do about that. We'll decide that in a little bit. First, let's do this event on Plutarch. And let's also send out another probe. Put another science target here. There was one other thing that I wanted to do. This. We'll do that after we do this. Summary of intelligence on Plutarch. First readings from Plutarch reveal the planet to be a gravitational aberration. Potential sites for analysis have been located. Exoskeleton technology will allow our team to begin planetary exploration. Okay. Gravitational aberration. Fragmented transmissions from the contact's crew are coming through at an extremely rapid rate. That they say they have arrived on site and have been waiting for instructions for several cycles now. That seems concerning. So there's some kind of time dilation going on here. I don't think I want to. So it's offering to let me detonate explosives to collect samples with a minimal effort. It'll be quick, but not subtle. I don't think that's a good idea to combine time dilation and explosives. Just as it seems like a recipe for disaster. We could set up a temporary study center. Or we can support advanced analysis. This is a time-consuming approach. I think since they're experiencing time dilation, we don't want the time-consuming approach either. I think this is a good happy medium. I hate that we have to have only one ship doing this. It drives me crazy. Okay, but it's going to be the Kipsis. So, like, can the contact do something else, or is it... No, it's bound to the event. The Abyss, however, can go back to the Tycoon. We can send the Abyss over here, though, to Romulus. Not sure if I'm quite ready to deal with this. So Remus is where they wanted us to settle with the genetic canatus or whatever. And then we have to check out the event in Sector 1 here. People are going to be panicking because they don't want to be genetically modified. Naomi Protocol commencing DDoS attack to flood Eden Vigilance Network. You know, whatever that says. Administrator, this is Aina Kuwata of the Sector 1 Scientific Syndicate. We're once again taking the liberty of overriding Dola's protocols in order to contact you. Sector 1 Scientific Syndicate. So we've got a cult in Sector 1. Okay. We did some analysis on Eden after she was attacked by the Pyrenees PA. We unearthed some interesting files. Information on Remus and numerous colonization protocols were present in Eden's database from the beginning of the Tycoon mission, and that's not all. We also discovered details on another viable exoplanet within the Ilias system, the planet Romulus. This planet has been masked so that it doesn't appear in any reports you receive. We put it in place administrative countermeasures, and we encourage you to send a team to the planet. So they want us to send a team to Romulus. What does administrative countermeasures mean? Sounds ominous. I'd like to get a water treatment center at some point if we could. Fusion station produces more water from the same amount of ice. That's pretty good. Steel mill reduced power cost. I think we're... I want the probe sensors, do I? It's kind of late for that at this point. Could use more drones, maybe. We don't seem to still be having... Let's check our food supplies, actually. Doesn't seem to be an issue anymore, so I think we're good there. So I don't need the extra drone right away. I think we're going to continue improving the colonization training center, probably. Everything can become storage. Docking bays can store 40% more resources. One of the strengths of the Tycoon is that its space is transformable, optimizable. It is not just a habitat, it's an evolving environment that possesses the intelligences of those who compose it. Masaru Nihei. Docking bay store 40% more resources sounds kind of appealing. We'll hold off on that for now because we don't actually need the extra storage, but we might soon. Where's the other recycling this thing? Recycling alloy costs 10 fewer wastes. It's not a bad thing. I don't have any optimization for electronics components. What about this one? Each training session can now accommodate 200 non-workers. Induced sacrifice is required to unlock this upgrade. I think we're gonna need that. Let's just go for that. I pretty much guarantee we're gonna have to send hundreds or thousands of people to colonize. We're working on that currently. Need to pause this for a second. Give me 1 minute, guys. Guys, I want to leave this on like normal speed, but I'm kind of afraid to because this game's so much harder than Space Haven. It's gonna be a minute here. Just work stuff. Alright, we're good to go. Sorry about that. We ran out of stuff to mine. Everything's mined already. Yeah. Why is it standing by? I have no idea. Stuff seems to be getting mined, so I think this is just a UI bug, maybe. Even though it's saying current action standing by, it's actually doing stuff. Probes available. Let's find some more hydrogen, I think. Hydrogen and silicon, that's a double win. Are we ready for this thing to come online? We need power. So sector 4, power on, fully charged. Do you have enough workers there, right? Yes. Okay. So what are we building? Probably we want electronics components, yes. Let's increase the threshold of electronics components in our colonist sector, which I think is sector 6, yes, currently. There goes, training them now. Thinking about how we can convert to algae farms here. I think we had one somewhere at one point, didn't we? I'm like struggling to figure out what we should build now. Trying to optimize as much as possible. Ideally, we'd like to get more colonization training centers online, I think. We also need to get more housing in the population sector, which is sector 6. Which has the colony training center. Oops. 6 is the colony training center, so it is in the population sector already. That's actually pretty good. The percentage of people here are living in demonic quarters. So these are 112 each, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 112 is... Let's set the calculator real quick, because it... 112. So that's 1,344. And then these are 162 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times 162. Okay, so we could get like one more cell housing before we have to build more demonic quarters. I think it's counted. Maybe we're already maxed out. Here's our algae farm, by the way, that I was looking for earlier.
A probe has completed its scan.
It's producing way more water than it needs, that's okay.
Arrived at its destination.
Our population's not going to increase. And we got a decent amount of ice, so maybe I don't need to worry so much about food production. We could potentially free up workers from the insect farms if we can get more food from recycling, though. We have a lot of potential to increase our outputs with recycling. Let's look at Sector 1 for a second. I want to see what... crew quarters... We did get this. Okay, we're producing waste from our crew quarters now. We're producing it in Sector 6. Yes, and we're using most of it. That's good. That's really good. Okay, we're producing a decent amount of electronics components. I'm pretty happy with that. We got another probe available. This guy's here. This guy's over here gathering science. We could send out a third science ship. I think we're actually increasing our steel production. I think we're producing way more steel than we need, so we can actually probably shut down our third steel mill right now. Which means we maybe don't need to bring iron on board anymore. This is 15 per cycle. Looking at the difference here, so we might have to turn this back on again eventually, but we should be good for a while. So let's actually turn off our iron cargo grabbing here. Trying to find ways to like save power, basically, so we can stay and we can chill in the sector longer and save ice. Those are the two things. Those are our fundamentals now. We can also, because we're freeing up working in the space mine. I don't know if that's how that goes at all. Probably not. What's the ship that I just freed up? It was the Drakkar and the Kibsis. The Kibsis is doing the colonization stuff, I think, so the Drakkar is the one we want to remove. Let's remove the Drakkar. The spaceship is currently dropping off resources, so we can't remove him right now. As soon as he's done with this, then we'll remove him from the rotation here. Because I want to send out another science ship, is what it is. I think we've got enough producing 0.2 per 5 cycles electronics components. I take that back. Wait, so 0.2 for 5 cycles. This is 3 cycles using 1 electronics component. So if I keep doing this every cycle, it's going to use up all of our electronics components. We gotta... This is 0.33 per cycle. So how can it be 0.2 for 5 cycles? That's not right. We must have been including time that we had it turned off.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Workshop in Sector 6. That's okay. Technology. What do we want for technology? 200 non-workers. Let's do it. Oh, I was gonna deallocate the Drakkar. Let's see if I can do that now. Yeah, we can do that now. Okay, so we're gonna assign another science ship. Assuming we have one available, which I think we do. There's the Focult. So the Focult is gonna go to Numitor, I guess? Or Remus. Let's say Remus for last, I think. That's probably a mistake, but I don't know. We'll see. Kibsis is transferring ally, that's good. And then the probe launch. What do we actually need right now? It's really just ice and hydrogen. What's our availability of different resources like right now? We have 461 ice to mine, 253 hydrogen. I think we'll probably run out of hydrogen first, so we're gonna probe hydrogen next. But I saw this, oh hi, there it is. Betting we're running out of oxygen for sure. think this means our iron storage is full, is why that's red, which is fine with me. Which makes sense because we have all of our things turned off, right?
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
And now what? Okay. This is a follow-up from the science sector, probably. Naomi Protocol. This is Aina Kuwata, Sector 1 Scientific Syndicate. We just heard from you a minute ago. Eden continues to block Romulus despite our countermeasures. I won't beat around the bush any longer. We need to shut down Eden. She's altering all the data presented to you, as well as the data that crew members exchange with each other. You probably noticed this already. Eden obeys the principles of Delos, which today are probably more than a century out of date. She's programmed to prevent us from reaching Romulus and making a fresh start. Why? She won't deviate from the old dreams of the long-crushed corporations that brought about the lunicalism. She's totally disconnected from what the crew, including you, have gone through and are still going through. You've successfully deposited a protocol for disconnection in the EVA airlock database. Please, Administrator, you're our only hope. I've heard you. EVA airlock database. Is that a construction task to disconnect? Eden deactivation. Do I want to deactivate Eden? I don't know. That's dodgy business. Eden's been helping me out this entire time. Maybe, though, we hold off on doing this event until we've built that. Crew hallucinating. This is telling me the crew are hallucinating a symptom of dead Earth sickness and UN propaganda. Romulus does not exist. Eden is the computer and the tycoon, yes. We're going to collect all the science and then we're going to go check out Remus instead. We'll save this for later. Yeah, I feel like it would be. I also feel like I want to do it eventually, though, because what the science directorate people are saying makes a lot of sense. And the computer is telling us that this planet doesn't exist. Oh, HAL 9000 syndrome, right? Yeah. Dave, what are you doing? Dave, stop. I'm scared, Dave. Dave, not cool, bro. That's what they should have said. Technology team rotation has been unlocked so we can get more colonists per... We're definitely making at least one electronics component per cycle, so we're going to set this to automatic training. If we get below like 3 electronics components, then we'll revisit that.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Now we're getting 200 colonists per electronics component, which is huge. How many colonists do we have now? 95. Not bad. It's a good start. Science ship has arrived at its destination, which was where? Numitor. It's collecting science from Numitor. What other technologies can we research? Destruction of solar panels. I don't think we have to worry about that anymore currently. We'll see about that later. Food production speed increased by 30% for mushroom walls. That could save us some ice. That's pretty good. Or no, it saves us... doesn't save us anything. It produces more food. Or algae farm can support one additional plantation. We don't care about that right now because it can't even fit the number of plantations that it supports. Gauge to indicate progress toward tier 2 specialization could be kind of handy if you can do without it though. Power cost reduction of cell housing would be huge. Waste heat recovery steel mill is required. So this is going to do nothing for us now, but unlocking that other technology could be key. What is this that we haven't done yet? Science ships move faster. Emergency cryopods for the science ship's crew. Like we're beyond needing those things, hopefully. We'll see. Wondering why our whole total integrity total is below max, even though we're at +3 per cycle. Maybe it was low before and we're just catching up now? I don't know.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Says they're in the event. Says the event's available. Science ship has arrived at Remus. We'll... Mushroom wall has been disabled due to an accident. That's okay. Almost ready to study Numitor here. Numitor. Despite the low average temperatures of Numitor, abnormal heat zones have been detected in the gas planet's atmosphere. Transmission from the Focalt's team. We have entered Numitor's atmosphere, opaque and crimson, and makes spotting anything here difficult. Extreme pressure readings have been recorded near the planet's liquid core. We await study instructions. Okay. Opaque atmosphere, low visibility, extreme pressure, liquid core. Okay. We can do an evasive analysis of the area, dropping explosive charges at different levels within the atmosphere. We can create and use specific analysis tools with the resources supplied by cargo ship. We can set up a floating research center. Got 925 alloy. Let's set up a floating research center. Question is, which ship are we going to assign to it? Gibsis is still transferring alloy to the other place, I think. Everybody's getting silicon, we need that. I guess it's going to be... We unallocated the other iron ship. So it's going to be the Elder Minier. Gonna have to assign another ship to ice if we need it. I think we'll be okay for a little bit. Probe. Do we have any more science targets? We do. Do you have any research going on here? We're in the progress. Okay. I had to figure out what's going on with this. Where's the Kipsis? Kipsis is getting silicon, which means this is done, I guess? We're no longer receiving transmissions from the contacts team. Biometric data, report data suggests that the team experienced accelerated aging. This led to insanity, hunger, dehydration, and finally death. The expedition will be declared lost. Yeah. So the expedition is lost one way or the other. We can repatriate the science ship. Might as well. Sorry, guys. Should have just done the explosive charges, I guess. I don't know. Or just left. Ice heat recovery has been unlocked. There was another follow-on to that. We wanted to research cell housing by electricity, I think. So the objective here in all these optimizations is to shut off the nuclear power plants. If we can do that, then we can just chill in the sector for basically as long as we want to, living off of recycled resources. Let's build another one of these things, I think. Yeah. Still saying we have a negative food balance even though our food total keeps going up and up and up. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, and our electronics component supply is still steady, that's good. So we're up to almost 300 colonists in a minute here. Science ship Abyss has retrieved all science from Remus. Tycho needs to be in orbit of Remus for us to pursue that. Okay. So more hydrogen for a second there. Go unveil some carbon while we're at it, why not? Okay, so we got 458 hydrogen on board now with another 400 available over here. And more available over here. So we're in good shape. For the moment. I'm afraid that crazy shit's gonna start happening if we pursue this approach and try to shut down the station's computer. So we're gonna save that until later, I think. Is there any optimizations that will free up workers? That would also be really helpful. Chemical fusion, we get more water per ice unit. That's going to increase our longevity. To list survivor families provides additional +1 stability to a sector while it has more than 400 crew. We don't have many of these alternative life centers, I don't think, so we're going to leave that alone. Ode to Competence, Cult of the Vital Impulse. Comrades of Era These are all the memorial options. I think all the industrial efficiency stuff is over on the left side mostly. Permanent moisture. Food production of mushroom walls increased by 30%. That's pretty good. Let's do that. We're not using steel mills, so that's irrelevant to us right now. I think we're going to want to do parts of Nihei before we do that Eden thing. Increase construction speed by 30%. I think it's practically essential. Docking bay. Unknown docking bay technology. Interesting. I wonder if that's got something to do with colonization. That sign target is being explored here. And another one up here. We couldn't find any more technology optimizations that freed up workers. It seems like we got all the ones that we could get. It's all about increasing drone efficiency. As the current technology is done, we're going to do the construction, and then I think we're going to do the water treatment thing, or the fusion center thing, because we're using the fusion center currently to produce water for that farming sector. We could think about shutting down one of these insect farms to free up some workers. Ideally, that would be good.
A probe has
We could do that in a different sector, that would be ideal. Do you have any insect farms in other sectors that are still active? No, just Sector 3, okay. I'll try turning that off and see how it impacts our food supply. So which sector do we actually need workers in? We wanted them in the recycling sector, right? So from Sector 3 to Sector 5, we can transfer a couple. Look at our resource availabilities again. Hydrogen is still... Oh, we need more... I want to have more iron available in case we need it. I don't know that we need it right now, but I want to make sure we have that option. That's a ton of iron, so we'll do that. Oh, this is... Science ship is not doing anything. It's at the Tycoon currently. I'm going to send it to Remus, and we're going to redirect it to that as soon as that is discovered. There we go. Vulcan. We're working on the floating research center on Numitor. So I think what I want to do here is move... Let's see if we can move the DLS center up here. I'm going to demolish this. We build another mushroom farm or two first. Let's bring this online. Here's gonna need more food storage for sure.
Population transfer complete.
We can definitely shut down one of the reactors at this point again. Almost ready to shut down another reactor. This is what I'd ultimately like to do. Ally's trending downward, that's okay for now. But also it's because we're spending the ally, right? We're sending it to help with colonization stuff. Okay, we're still gaining electronics despite us doing this all the time. That's good. Hydrogen. Delicious, delicious hydrogen.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
We have a ship on Romulus currently. No. So shut down all the insect farms. Just free up workers and save power. Don't think we're going to be producing enough food that we can shut down one of these things, at least not yet.
A probe has completed its scan.
You're at 1300 food though, so I don't know. I'm afraid to do that. I don't want to do that. Like, let's do the increase water production to stretch out our ice supply. What's the current production rate, by the way? 48 water. So it's like 25% more water per unit of ice. So what I'd like to do here is put another factory over here. Like so. To fit one more in that space exactly, but we have to move like 4 other things there, so let's try to get that done if we can. This kind of fits neatly here, though it leaves awkward spaces we don't like too much. We don't really need 3 alloy things here anymore, probably. With that build as well. Hydrogen storage is full. Interesting. Okay. That's really good. I think we're going to turn one of these on again for a little while. Recover our alloy that we spent on this expedition. Injuries. Sector 5 is now specialized in food, rank 1, nice. Can it have multiple specializations? I have no idea. Lots of ice available here. It was completed its scan and discovered Aventine. Okay, so I think our next technology after the chemical fusion is a disaster proofing on the solar panels, and then we're going to do the construction speed And then we're gonna dismantle Eden, I think. Sector 5 is now specialized in industry rank 1. Okay, I guess it can have multiple specializations. That answers that question. Very cool.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Base is under attack.
Base is under attack! It's a raid! Abscon PT, thanks for the raid. Welcome aboard. How's it go? How was your stream? Okay, chemical fusion technology has been unlocked. Let's see, we need... we're doing okay. We've died only once so far. We had to save scum in the last level because I had a power outage when I was trying to fly my ship through a lightning storm, and my crew lost faith in me and deposed me. So that wasn't ideal, but other than that, we're doing good. That never happened. It was all a dream. Construction speed, we'll do that one. But the ship was never in any real danger, for the record. It was all just subversive elements. Yeah. Mutineers should be punished. There's so much food production now. I'm gonna see if I could shut down one of these things. I'm scared. I think it's not gonna be enough. The recycling-based food production that we have now. Make sure we have enough workers here. We need a couple more workers here. Meetings will continue until morale improves. Where's that from, anyway? I've heard that before. Some of my college buddies like to say that a lot. I always thought it was something they made up. Contacts retrieved. All science from Vulcan. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. We have workers available in this sector here. We're going to send like 15 workers over to Sector 5 from Sector... Sorry, over Sector 5 from Sector 6. Yeah, okay. 6 to 5 workers, 15. This can also come online as soon as it's ready.
The probe has completed its scan.
We can actually shut down another reactor now if we want to. Let's just do we want to. I think we do. We can always shut down some mushroom farms or something if we want to start up the reactor again. Yeah, so we're now running the entire station on a single reactor, I think. Do we even have a reactor online anymore? We have 2 reactors still in the recycling sector. That's pretty good. It's a famous quotation of unknown origin. Okay.
Population transfer complete.
15 workers have been moved. Very good. Probe's completed its scan. We got all science from Vulcan. Where's Vulcan? Here's Vulcan. Vulcan, the green comet. There are numerous electromagnetic disturbances on the surface of the comet Vulcan. First visuals capture the comet's vibrant green tail. That's cool. This is the team of the Contact. We've landed on Vulcan. Proximity analysis indicates the comet is shedding large amounts of boron. Significant electromagnetic disturbances have also been detected. They appear to be similar in nature to those that were observed on the Rotansky comet in the Immortan system. Am I supposed to remember what that is? Give me a break, guys. We're gonna do the escape pods technology. This is my first time playing the game, so I don't know about the ending, so don't spoil it for me. I don't know yet. I did get the message from... Yeah, I did get the 2 messages, so I kind of intuited that there is a decision. I've got Remus wanting me to remake my population in their image for genetic canatus or whatever, And then I've got the Romulus, which I can get to if I disable the Eden computer system. I've heard that I had both of those. I played through most of the game in normal mode, but I stopped at the end of the previous level, which is the what's it called? The Piranesi, I think. The drone ship. Yeah, so I wrapped up my first playthrough at the end of that because hard mode had just come out when I got to that point, and I was like, well, let me just play through it on hard mode because I think this game is a little too easy, even though it kind of tries to make you feel stressed. So, but hard mode is definitely a little bit harder. Still not terrible, but reduce power cost of the steel mill, which doesn't matter too much. Cycling ally costs fewer waste, so we might want to go into that soon. What was I going to do? The solar panels. I'm going to try to make the station like self-sustainable so it runs entirely off of solar, which is almost the case already. I guess we'll go collect some more iron, even though we're not really using it for anything. Might as well reveal all of our available resources. We got ice. Got 2,500 ice. I feel like it's impossible to run out of ice in this game. Like if you run out of ice, you're doing something terribly, terribly wrong. Unless it's like a logistical issue, like you know, you're not able to bring it on board because you have a full cargo bay or some such thing, you know. Our food supply is dwindling a little bit, I think. Which is okay, so we got 1,200 units of food. I mean, what are we gonna do with 1,200 units of food? Let's continue working on sectors 5 and 6 here. The sector's kind of a mess, and I just think it's going to be that way. What was the other sector we're working on? Sector 4. There's plenty of like wiggle room here in Sector 4 that we're not using. We should probably figure out how to optimize this a little better. We could move some of these mushroom walls actually from Sector 4 to Sector 5. I think that'd be a good idea. Oh, let's make sure we have recycling routed to the recycling sector. We have 2 recycling stockpiles here because we have the 2 power plants. That's fine. Definitely want to leave these around in case we need the extra energy for some reason. Like if we have to, you know, one of our reactors. I think our reactors are accident-proof now, right? So it's only if there's like a fire or something that they'll get disabled, which is good. I'm like waffling on what to do. I feel like I have nothing I have to build anymore, so I'm like waffling on what to do with this sector. I don't really know. Kind of just treading water until we could build another colony training center here, maybe. I'm just treading water, waiting for the other shoe to drop plot-wise. We can demolish this Luniclism Memorial.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Small stockpile has been disabled in Sector 6. Okay. Do you have any free science ships? That one's working. They're waiting for ally, which takes forever to transport because we're only using 1 ship to do it. This can't move, I don't think. Oh, can it? Okay, I guess it can. I thought it was bound at Remus until I resolve this, but I guess not. We have an event available on Vulcan. Oh, I was trying to decide about the electromagnetic disturbances, and there was a technology that I wanted to get before that, and I got sidetracked. Wait for the solar panel upgrade because it's 0.1 cycles until this is done. Okay, so we got the solar panel disaster thing. We got the construction thing, I think, which was the EVA airlock. We didn't get the construction thing yet. I want to get the science emergency cryopods. There it is. I don't really care about the speed of the science ships. They spend so much more time like at the planet than they spend in transit. That doesn't really matter what their movement speed is. Do we need more silicon or anything like that? We got lots of it available. I mean, we have all the resources there for us to do stuff with. The only thing we don't have actively mined is carbon, which I don't care about because we used all the plastic we're going to use for the rest of the game, pretty much. More hydrogen is good. There we go. I think we need to slow down our ice income because I saw that the ice was full here for a second ago. We turned off one of these farms, and our food is still seems to be okay. So maybe we are subsisting off of the recycling. We'll see how this handles over the next like 5 or 6 cycles. It did dip down to 1200 at one point, but now it's back up again. So I don't know. Yeah, it looks like we are using up the recycling stuff. I think there's other technologies we can use to produce more recycle waste. I don't think we have it all enabled in every sector either. That one has, because you can tell because we have the stockpile. We don't have recycling enabled in Sector 2, which is interesting. Oh no, here it is. We do. Never mind. That's our ally. Our ally balance is looking positive again with the one steel mill running. That's fine. We're up to 11 electronics components. We could slow down the rate of production, but we could also just keep making more, and that would be fine. I think if we move we might be able to move the exo fighting dome to the sector. Can we build more than one? We cannot. That's really rough. Makes it really hard to... Okay, what's the stability ratings here? 7? 4. So 2 is the worst stability. So if we're going to move the exo fighting dome, we would have to get more stability in Sector 2. Do we want to move the exo fighting dome? And can we move the exo fighting dome? Okay, which one is the industry park? I think it's Luniclism? Not that we have the technology anyway. What's the Marduk Memorial? It's the industry one. Oh, we have it here. It's under construction. How long has this been under construction for?
A probe has completed its scan.
Is that bugged? I have a feeling that's bugged because I didn't build that recently. It's been like that for a while. Is there no workshop? There's no workshop active in this sector, that's why. It's not actually a bug, it's a user error. Any more plot targets that I'm missing? There is something. Check that out. feel like it'd be interesting to do a playthrough where you start the recycling much earlier and you just go through the whole thing conserving resources the entire time. I think that'd be pretty cool. It'd be tough to play that way because you'd be starved for science points all the time, I think. It'd be fun to try it. Are we done with the science ship research? We did. Okay. So I'm gonna start working on that. Construction speed. And then where's the place we needed to study? Vulcan. Studying electromagnetic disturbances on Vulcan. Let's go for it. I don't know what we're even going to do with the science points if we unearth more science, but hey, can't hurt, right? Unless it kills the science ship and destroys the crew, then I guess it could hurt, but you know, it's all good. That's why we have emergency cryopods. Health Center disabled in Sector 4. It's only going to last for one cycle, so it's fine. It's always a little scary when that happens, though. Suddenly have a medical crisis in every sector. Science ship at Aventine. Okay. The technology research went fast. We could start working on the water treatment center, because that's the one resource that we're still like using a bunch of, is the water. Let's do the magnetic separators first to produce more alloy. So what do we need in this sector now? I have to build the colony training center here and not get distracted. Or we build this in Sector 2. Let's get the stability sorted in Sector 2. Hopefully this is getting... Okay, it looks like a worker is coming from adjacent sector to build a workshop, which is good. Otherwise I don't know how I would build it. I don't know what's going on with this like spiderweb of lines going all over the place here.
A probe has completed its scan.
I sort of have the feeling that I can't build anything else in this sector because it's bugged because I deleted all the workshops. Oh, there's a workshop right here. Hold on. Delete. Activate workshop. That's why this never got built. The workshop was disabled, not because I got rid of it. Okay, we've completed the Green Comet event already. Let's take a look. We ventured down the crevasses of Vulcan, seeking the source of the electromagnetic disturbances. Entering a small cave full of luminescent boron crystals, we stopped to take readings. Results seemed to vary. Proceeding further in, we found a large floating gray sphere, oh no, similar to the one found by the deuterium crew. After liaising with the Tycoon scientific community, a number of controversial theories have been put forward, proposals made for possible experiments that might be attempted on the sphere. Debate continues. I've noticed a growing fascination for the sphere among the other expedition members. This is absurd since it is obviously only for me. Allow the team free reign. Oh god, they'll kill each other. Deep mapping of the electromagnetic interactions from the sphere. This crew of the contact will study the sphere will under strict psychological surveillance. It'll be mine, or we could leave. We could leave and not take a risk, but where's the fun in that, right? Let's we'll do the strict psychological surveillance. basically the object here, we're gonna explore all of the targets that we can before we decide between Romulus and Remus here. We'll wait to do that at the end. Abyss has retrieved all science from Aventine. Preliminary data contains many inconsistencies. So it's filling the void is what this is called. Aventine emits large amounts of particles that are not supposed to be detached from an atomic structure. Okay. Although these emissions do not appear to pose any physical danger to our scientific teams, theorized psychological impacts range from the unknown to the disastrous. Though security protocols recommend extreme caution. Transmission from the Abyss's team, we've landed on the planet. A powdery layer of yellow sulfur covers Aventine. That's the name of the planet. Okay, it falls into the many crevices strewn across the planet's surface. The interior of the hollow planet is revealed through these fissures, which offer a spectacular view down to Aventine's core. That's cool. Unlike anything we've seen. Telluric pillars, telluric means Earth-like, pillars support the planet's surface, reaching up out of the central, perfectly spherical core. Like a metallic seed, it seems to absorb the rain of powdered sulfur that falls down upon it from above. Okay, it's a metallic seed with pillars coming up out of it. I'm trying to visualize it. The seed is absorbing powdered sulfur from above. We can leave, we can study the surface, or we can study the core with exoskeletons. There's a risk of psychological impacts. This team will analyze samples from Aventine. Standard Dolus protocols are obsolete on such an atypical planet. The team will have to adapt. Or with the help of exoskeletons, we'll analyze. Let's analyze the core. YOLO. And the team's gonna get eaten by that. How many of our people are colonists now? They got 155 colonists? That seems like slow progress. Okay. I was training 200 colonists per... So I'll have another 200 after that's done. We have thousands to do though, so we gotta get a move on with that. That's a danger for science, that's right. It is for science. Okay, so this is too happy. So if I wanted to rebuild the exofighting dome in Sector 3, no, Sector 4, what would I have to do here? I want to move the fire station first of all. I think the exofighting dome would have to go like in this area, in the middle here. Doesn't quite, nothing in this sector fits together nicely. Dismantle all the crap that we don't need first. Why do I have our only food storage? No, there's 3 food storages here. Seems like we're actually doing fine without our farms in Sector 3 here. Do I dare shut down another one? We're probably not doing that fine. It'll free up a ton of power though. We could turn this on. We should have a bunch of extra workers here, right? Yeah. Let's move like 100 workers into Sector 5 from Sector 3. Maybe we'll do like 60. Yeah, we're gonna try shutting this down and see how it goes. And then we're gonna turn on this guy. Okay, we're gonna finish building these guys.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Well, we've analyzed the core of Vulcan. Any bets what's gonna happen? Summary of intelligence on Vulcan. By applying preventative monitoring protocols, the team of the contact were able to counter any perceived negative impacts from the sphere. Successfully sending several measuring devices into the sphere itself, the team was able to collect a large number of unusually precise data sets. That's cool. So we can collect all the science here before we go out and do the next phase. More silicon, we need that. Sort of.
Population transfer complete.
Wondering if we should move the Tycoon to Remus now. All the stuff is over here though.
Completed a task.
Aventine is completed. Aventine's the planet. Here we go. Team of the Abyss had great difficulty establishing a study protocol for the planet's core. After multiple attempts, no, this was the seed place. After multiple attempts, conclusions indicate that the huge central sphere interacts with elementary particles, including bosons and Faust tachyons. Faust tachyons are the time travel particles, which is also a reference to Star Trek, I think, in a selective and unpredictable manner. 10 previously unknown elementary particles have been identified. Data from the Aventine core analysis will pave the way for new scientific and technological models for years to come. Did we get... It says we're getting data, but we didn't get any science from it. That's weird. I guess we'll study the service of Aventine and figure out whose precious it is. That's an important scientific thing for sure. I feel like our hull integrity is trending downward, even though it says +3, +7. Maybe it's like at a balance point where it's like not quite even, it's fluctuating up and down. Thinking we don't need this third alloy stockpile in Sector 5 anymore, so we could probably delete that, save some space. We'd even go down to one stockpile, because we built most of this sector out already. Let's go ahead and build this as well. We're actually losing alloy a little bit, but I think that's because we're spending it, not because we're not producing enough of it. We got 12 electronics components. I think that's okay. I think I got some sort of Steve achievement just now, and I don't know what it was. A Junker's Dream. Reached Tier 2 of the recycling specialization of this sector. Nice. That's pretty sweet.
People of the VVS Tycoon, we have detected the presence of a BMS
Oh no.
warship in the Ilia system.
Ah, there is a final boss after all.
Followed in the footsteps of your Vol Trace. We have no weapons, no military solution against such an enemy. To ensure the survival of this settlement in Ilia, you will have to find a way to silence him, once and for all.
Probe has completed its scan.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing we didn't get rid of our computer, maybe?
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
There's the Piranesi. I don't like the Piranesi. The Piranesi is pretty rude, I have to say. I think we would be in for a real hard time if we had dismantled the Eden's computer before this point. Administrator, everything confirms the sad truth. Piranesi has followed us to the Ilias system.
Administrator,
I love this guy.
I'm not dead yet.
The question is why, though?
Will feed on your pitiful community. I will build my rebirth.
Did you not?
Are you ready for your simulation?
Okay, well, there's the other shoe I was talking about. I'm not sure what to... I guess we have to ready anti-missile technology. Let's launch one last probe first. Maybe we do need carbon after all. This might be the last probe we get to launch for a while. Let's take a look. Carbon is the only thing we don't have an abundance of available, right? This is a big shoe for sure. Okay, we got that. Now let's go to... Where's our probes now? Is it Sector 6? Checked every sector except for the correct sector. Let's build countermeasures. Let's increase the amount of plastic coming into... Which sector is this now? Sector 5. We have 20 plastic in Sector 5 at any given time. Betting this is going to cause dead earth sickness. Yeah, I thought so. News the Piranesi still being operational and more raids than ever is throwing the crew into panic. Stand strong, Administrator. Yeah. Six happiness, 6 happiness. 5 happiness, 5 happiness, 5 happiness, 4 happiness in Sector 6. Sector 6 is actually the lowest, which is a problem because the Sector 6 is the biggest sector. Lunaclism Memorial, we could try to upgrade that. That's relevant. Let's see. Yes. Comrades of Era, rise up against the machine. Throw off the oppressors. So you have an event available on Aventine. Analysis indicates that the mass-defining particles that constitute the matter of Aventine possess an altered state. The surface of the planet contains many isotopes previously thought impossible. Many of our theoretical models have been called into question following the discoveries made on Aventine. Unfortunately, the planet's surface is extremely friable, making any longer-term exploration attempts unviable. So the planet's going to fall apart as we walk on it. Okay, I guess we're leaving Aventine then. The Abyss can go to Lupercal. Last time I used the sun to destroy that thing. I guess that's not an option this time. Contact is over there. Occult is still waiting on Alloy for Floating Research Center. I think our Alloy is going to be trending upward once we stop spending it on stuff. I don't know. We could potentially switch our electronics component recycling to alloy recycling if we need to, or start up another As he's launched the missile, don't do that. No countermeasure available. Crap. Sector 5 is where we had it. We haven't even got the plastic available yet. This might hurt. At least all of our sectors have a fire station now.
Launched a missile targeting the Tycoon.
Renese's going to Remus? Okay.
Incident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Should we try to beat it there? I don't know. Game's not giving me any options for like how to defeat it. Is there any chance of this being done before the missile hits us? We could probably hop to Plutarch or Numitor. Let's see. Probably a little bit of time. 1.8 cycles. 2.7 cycles. So we can go for about 6 cycles. So we could just go directly to Remus, I think. I'm wondering with this huge stash of science on Vulcan if there's something that could help us against the Piranesi there. What was going on here again? The sphere. Okay, maybe the sphere could help us against the Piranesi. Can we get another science ship online? I think if I go to Romulus, it's going to get me in trouble. Remus is only 3.4 cycles. That'll keep the ship moving. Give it a try. It's going to mess up my logistics a little bit, but it's okay. Fortunately, the missile doesn't seem to be smart enough to cut the corner, so I think that should buy me a little time. Yeah, we're almost done with the countermeasure here. There we go, countermeasure activated. And I think I'm gonna spend some science upgrading my battery recharging. We're doing the memorial first. Let's do that. We'll finish the memorial first.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Science from Lupercal, that's okay. Technology's been unlocked. Batteries. Charging speed increased by 50%. That sounds like the way to go. And we should be bringing another missile countermeasure online, which we are. That's good. Oh, we're losing hull integrity. We should probably solve that. We have the workers here for it. We have the power. We do. There we go. Yep. I built this in the last sector, this extra EVA airlock, just for circumstances like this. I wasn't sure what the next sector was going to be like. Oh, this is finally done. We finally gave all the alloy we needed for this. I wonder how many cycles it would be before the Piranesi gets to Remus.
A probe has completed its scan.
Whatever, I should bite the bullet and just do this. Let's... Which one of my ships are doing things that are actually necessary? Nobody's getting iron right now. Gipsis could be getting iron. I think we can... Let's deallocate the Gipsis and get another science ship going. Let's actually build one, which is okay. This is ready with another countermeasure already. Good. It's unfortunate that we haven't scattered more resources on this side of the sector.
A missile targeting
Yeah.
the Tycoon.
Okay, so with the new science ship coming online, we're going to start do the suggested experimentation. We'll be working on the next countermeasure. Good. What happened? Oh, okay. We're in orbit of Remus now. I didn't expect that to be a cutscene. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. Does that mean the game's over? I hope not. I haven't really made a decision about what to do here yet. Pretty planet. No, we're not done yet. Okay.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Saying your request. Sector 1. Let's look at the wrong sector here. Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1 has found a solution for the Piranesi problem. Now that we've finally reached a viable exoplanet, the Tycoon has no further purpose. Scientific Syndicate proposed the following. As preparations are being made for colonization, the Tycoon's sectors should be filled with batteries. Once they are charged, then the crew ready for exit, a flight path will be plotted for the Tycoon to crash into the Piranesi. Igniting the stored power should be enough to destroy the BMS warship. Administrator, in the scenario where there is no longer any life on board the Tycoon, I am authorized as the PA of the station to lead it to its end. Okay. The objective last in. How many batteries do we have? Meet with the Ashtangites on Remus. Build enough batteries to cover an area of 1,000 tiles? Oh dear god. Alright, I think we're at the end of the stream time here, so we're going to take care of that next. We're going to figure that out next time. What a mess. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks everybody who hung out on chat. Atomic, Abscond, thank you both for the raids, and Zinlu, good to see you as always. And everybody, I hope you have a good afternoon. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.